final questions. Uh, Again, we're recording this the day that Michigan State President Kevin Guskowitz has left for Clemson. Kevin had come here a couple years ago and done so much to modernize Michigan State's athletic department and bring it up to speed in this age where fundraising is so important. I want to go back to the '60s with these teams. At the time that you guys played, Notre Dame had great stability with Father Theodore Hesburgh was the president, Moose Krause was the AD, Era was the coach. And then at Michigan State, you had John Hanna, the president, good friends with Notre Dame's administration. Um, and we also had the strong athletic department and football coach down to Duffy Doherty. Um, Biggie Munn, I drew a blank there. Biggie Munn was the athletic director, and then Duffy Doherty, of course, the head coach. I want both of you guys to comment on how important stability at the top. Let me interject here. I failed to mention this. One of the reasons Kevin Guskowitz is leaving is because he had so much trouble with the board of trustees undermining his plans. That's one of the reasons he left. He expressed that in a letter to the alumni. So I want to reemphasize the importance of president, AD, football coach, all on the same page, what it means to a university. Rocky, you go first.
You know, as you look back on that, not that not not that we had an opinion at that moment in time. You went to a school, or I go to Notre Dame, and for whatever reasons, people decide to go to that school or to their schools, but you go. And continuity wasn't important. Well, I should say this, it is important, but you're a freshman, you're coming in, but as I look back on that experience and what has taken place in today's society and the changes that are taking place, is that there was a continuity of expectation from a player. I'm going to school. I get a scholarship to go to play football here. We got a great coach, okay, and you take advantage of what's there. So now you're there over a 4-year period. Now that coach is there for 4, 8, 12 years later on, and you look at what they've succeeded to do. Continuity becomes important in recruiting, in establishing a mark of the kind of character that you are as a coach, but more importantly, the program that you have, the evolution of the players coming out. Did they get a chance to play, continue? What kind of people are they within their community? All plays an important role in that frame of mind, that you're not at a school where coaches come and go, come and go, come and go, or a society that has people come and go because they're not reaching or getting their expectations. So I feel very fortunate to have been there at a period of time where the basis, you understood. Father Hesburgh was head of the school, and as Era was head of the coaching program, and Era had been, it had been there for years thereafter, but as had Father Hesburgh. But continuity in structure and what gets accomplished becomes so very important, at least during that period of time, as you see it today, and why people are leaving or changing, because there isn't, even in leadership roles, with board of directors and or with school boards, of what are you trying to get accomplished here, and where are your parameters? What kind of a student do you want, and how do you want it to? How do you want that school to be seen? Becomes so very important, and we've shifted from that, unfortunately. And so if you look at those schools, even in today's marketplace, that have stability, it's because they have people there that have been stable. They have people there that have been there in the continuity of a belief of what you're trying to get accomplished, of where the school is going to go, and thus the athletic programs along with it. So at that moment in time, I was very fortunate to look back as an alumnus to go back and take a look at that school and say, yeah, it's got continuity, and the direction has been pretty much the same within that period of time.
Well, unfortunately,
Okay, Clint.
with Michigan State, after our period, after we left 1967, the continuity started unraveling. And I don't know if you know this, Rocky, but Father Hesburgh was the one responsible for bringing Michigan State into the Big Ten. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. No, no, no. I might have, but yeah, I didn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was responsible, and it was Ohio State that they cast the deciding vote. Is that correct, Tom? Tom, they cast the deciding vote to bring Michigan State in, and it was the University of Michigan to try to keep us out of the Big Ten.
Is it right?
So that's why we have that. Both Ohio State and the Spartans are like, we don't like University of Michigan.
That's right.
You bring up a very important point about the continuity. And, like I said earlier, you can be different in body, but have one mind.
Right.
And someplace after 1967, we started being infiltrated with people that didn't really have the student or the university as a priority. Universities are supposed to be civilizing institutions, especially for our youth. And so when you have bankers and other people that don't have really a foundation in the human side of what the university is supposed to represent, you start getting something else. You start getting people that are more interested in their own selfish concerns and political concerns. And so that's what's been happening. And unfortunately, we just lost Kevin Guskiewicz, who I met personally through Tom in November 1923. And he was up as a candidate for Michigan State. And I said, we really don't deserve him. We'd be lucky to get him. And he came there with the toxicity and the disunity and people that never put on a uniform, have ever even played the game, and making decisions that affect, the students, the respective programs. And consequently, he saw, he wasn't supported and he left. And I can't say that I blame him. We still can turn poison into medicine. Winter always turns into spring. I believe that. But right now, and for a long time, Michigan State has not had that quality of character since our team in 1965, 66. That's a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, it was kind of like we've been in the wilderness since that time. Then presidents come and go, and the ones that have made a contribution weren't appreciated. But I think that we just need to overhaul it. But the example that we set during the time period that we were there in the mid-60s, eternally was a spirit to have at a university. It's a university. Not only at Michigan State, but also Notre Dame. Notre Dame is able to carry on their legacy. But for some reason, here at Michigan State, they have not been able to evolve to a consciousness of one for all and all for one.